Chief Landon, 2014 Security or Homeland Security Grant Program.
Good evening, Mayor, Council members. You can see the wording is very similar to the fire departments. We had the same opportunity as a fire department to have a grant that was allocated by the Department of Homeland Services in conjunction with the state. They allocate so much money to the county and to all the agencies that are public health, public safety within the county. Our allocation was $28,000. And after careful review, what the police department has decided that they think is the best purchase for this amount of money is these are portable radios, and each officer carries a portable radio, and each patrol car has a radio that they can talk on, so they're able to keep the radio by their staff. This is the lifeline for an officer. They talk to dispatch, they talk to other officers, so everybody knows where they are at all times. In the unmarked vehicles that we have, the admin cars, the detective rides, the gang officers, the Net 5 vehicles, not necessarily the Net 5 because they're covered under a different budget, but the other ones besides it that I mentioned, we decided about 8 or 9 years ago that we were going to buy a cheaper method instead of putting a radio in there. So the officers basically take this, you wear it on your side, and you take it out to charge it, and it has a speaker to speak into when you talk. The problem with that becomes it's an officer safety issue because now, as they become older, they don't charge as well anymore. So there's no way to really keep this charged during the course of the shift, as these are left on all the time in order to maintain the dispatch talking to everybody. So as a result of that, our equipment has become antiquated, and officers, the gang officers, they can no longer maintain contact with the dispatch with the other officers when they go out on certain calls because they're leaving this in the rocker. They get a quick call, foot pursued, something happens, every traffic stop, they have to pull this out. They're not able to do that in a quick manner. So one of the things that we have on the list of items that you can purchase are the radios for the vehicles. And our idea is to start buying them over the course of time. This year we'd like to allocate the $28,000 to purchase 5 of those. There is no matching funds required for this. And our recommendation is to make a motion to accept the award of the 2014 Homeland Security Grant in the amount of $28,881. Approve supplemental budget appropriations to the Police Department's revenue account 100-43 420 in the amount of $28,881, and approve supplemental budget appropriations to the police department's expenditure account 2190-09201 in the amount of $28,881. The alternative is not to approve the grant award. With that, I'll open up for any questions that you may have.
All right. Any questions of Chief?
So, Chief, just a real quick question. So this would be the base unit will be a trunk-mounted high wattage radio that will be in the unmarked vehicles.
It'd be very similar to what's in the patrol vehicles, exactly what you just described, but they'd probably be mounted within the confines of the vehicle, and they'd be a smaller version of that because they'll have to fit in dash with the different kind of cars we're buying nowadays.
Sure. And just so we can talk just in generalities, and I can kind of give you the radios that they currently carry operate between 4 and 5 watts of power, and a fully mounted vehicle radio operates right around 45 to 50. So it does increase the power and the communications ability, especially in our weaker and lesser. And these guys are oftentimes leaving our jurisdiction into neighboring jurisdictions to do business. So I think it's an appropriate award for those vehicles.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions? All right. Entertain a motion.
I move the item.
Second that motion.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous.
Thank you very much.